Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. 111. That's a powerful number. Can we take a moment to breathe? I need this for me right now. Just breath is necessary to calm the spirit, to calm the body, to calm the mind. So this morning I got up and I'm feeling really very reflective about life and things of that sort. And I'm like, what am I going to talk about today? What am I going to come to you with today to encourage you? Because it's really not about me. It's about me sharing my journey, my life, my perspective, my opinions. But ultimately, my goal is to empower others, to share with others so that you could pass the baton to someone else, to encourage them. It's kind of like an infection, the positive COVID, so to speak. I know COVID has such a derogatory meaning or a derogatory impression on people because of all the death and the sickness. But just as COVID spread throughout the world, if we could spread positivity, empowerment, motivation as quickly as COVID was able to spread, we would have done our jobs as human beings of being diligent and intentional people builders, right? So I already explained to you guys that 2023 for me is the year of liberty, freedom, freedom. I'm not institutionalized. I'm not a hostage of anything. Just freedom from anything that has me bound or had me bound or has you bound or anything that's holding you back from achieving your highest potential in life or living a life of peace, prosperity, living a life that regardless to what your circumstances are, because it's not going to be roses every day. I don't have roses every day. You're going to have adversity. You're going to have challenges. But if you at least become intentional about being reflective of your mind, your body, your spirit, it will help you through any adverse situation that you're facing to say, I know this is temporary. And if I got through what I got through in the past, I'm going to get through what I'm currently going through in the present and whatever I may face in the future. So this is the journey to understanding true freedom and liberty. Today I want to talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness. The elephant in the room, forgiveness. We have all been hurt, but in the same breath, we have also hurt others. A person who's seeking true healing is going to recognize I'm hurt by their words, by their actions, by their deeds, by their rebelliousness. But I also hurt somebody by my words, by my actions, by my deeds, by my rebelliousness. I've made somebody cry, whether it was intentional or not. I made someone cry. You may have too. I'm sure you have if you live this earth, unless you're an infant. And even infants have made their parents cry. Because boy, those long nights you want to get to sleep, I've cried. So everyone has made someone cry. And everyone has been hurt by someone or something, disappointment, rejection. You know, those things are hurt. And in order to get to true liberty, to true freedom of self, right, we have to learn how to let some stuff go. If you constantly dwell on what he did or did not do, or what she did or did not do, you're going to be bound. You're going to be imprisoned in whatever that is. There's a famous pastor, and I can't remember his name, so forgive me. And he said, the more you talk about something, the bigger it becomes, right? So picture your problem as small as a mustard seed. Mustard seeds are really, really small. They're like little grains of stuff. They're really small. But the more you talk about that mustard seed, it's going to grow. It's going to become as big as a grape, an apple, an orange, a watermelon, a mountain, the world. The more you harp on hurt, pain, what people have done to you, it's going to grow. And so in life, I've learned to get to a point where I isolate myself and I grieve and I cry and I get angry, but I have to isolate myself because I'm leaking. When you're hurt, you leak. Just as you have a container with a crack in it with fluids or some type of sauce in it, if it cracks, it leaks. It leaks on the floor, it leaks on the countertop, it leaks in the refrigerator, it leaks. And when you're a vessel, a human being that's hurt, you're going to leak. You're going to be irritated with people that didn't hurt you. You're going to be short-tempered. You're going to have sarcasm. And what's worse than sarcasm is that snarky sarcasm that comes off as a joke that really isn't a joke. It's hurtful. You're going to leak. So sometimes when you know that you're healing and you're hurting, isolate yourself so that you can put yourself in a container. And at least when you leak, you're not leaking on other people's, because hurt people hurt people. That person who hurt you has been hurt, and it's generational. It's just concurring. It's just ongoing. My mama did it. My grandmama did it. Her mama did it. Her ancestor did it. They did it on a boat. They did it in Africa. They did it here. They did it there. They did it in the dirt. They did it in the forest. They did it in a garden. Hurt people hurt people. How long are we going to dwell on generational hurt? Who's going to be that stopgap that says, yeah, it happened, but hey, we're going to prevent it. We're going to stand in the gap, and we're going to focus on healing in this moment to prevent it from leaking to current and future generations. Liberty and forgiveness. Dr. Tyler Vanderweel, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly, co-director of the Institution of Health, Religion, and Spirituality at Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, quoted, "When you learn to forgive, you are no longer trapped by the past action of others and can finally feel free." That's powerful. I'm forgiving you. I'm forgiving me because I want my freedom. I don't want to be trapped in that hurt, in that container, leaking day after day, person after person. And then I'm going to start to emulate that hurt and hurt others. Forgiveness. Biblically, 2 Corinthians 2:5 talks about forgiveness. If anyone has caused grief, he has not much grieved me as he has grieved all of you, to some extent, not to put it too severely. Forgiveness. If you hurt me, you're hurting somebody who loves me. If you hurt my children, you're hurting me. If you hurt my family, you're hurting me. That's why there's so much grief and pain and anger in the world, because hurt people hurt people. Forgiveness is defined as the action or process of forgiving or being forgiven. Forgive and be forgiven. Apologize. Humble yourself. I'm sorry. I apologize for hurting you. I always tell people, if I slap you, I cannot say how hard or soft my slap was to you. I can only go by what you tell me. D, I could have just tapped your face and you could have said, oh, D, you slapped the life out of me. Maybe to me it was a tap, but maybe to you, I slapped the life out of you. I cannot argue with you about how you received my slap. The only thing I can say to you is, I apologize. I apologize for causing you pain. I apologize for my actions. I apologize for what I said to you in anger, because pain is not always physical. Some of the worst pain I felt in my life was verbal. This tongue is a double-edged sword. You can cut the life out of people with your tongue. That's why the Bible speaks of there's Power, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. You can speak into it. You can speak it underground. You got to be careful. And I'm guilty as charged. I've learned to control my anger, but they call me Debo for a reason. I can get that way, but I choose not to, because then I lack my freedom, my liberty. I'm going over 10 minutes, but I'm going to stick this one right here because it's important. There's health benefits to forgiveness. Lower your blood pressure, lower your anxiety, prevent insomnia. Stress causes things that happen in your body that equal obesity, gut enlargement, constipation, nervousness. There's health benefits to learning how to forgive, to let go of those barnacles that are sucking the life out of us. Forgiveness.